Hello, my name is Sam McLure, and I am the founder of the Adoption Law Firm. And today we're going to talk about whether or not a child's consent is required in the course of an adoption. Now, in general, we don't require the children to consent to an adoption. It's those people that are in their lives and loving them and caring for them that the court relies on to determine whether or not this adoption is in the child's best interest. However, there is an exception if the child is 14 years of age or older. And this applies to any kind of adoption. It could be a post-termination of parental rights adoption by a foster parent, or an adoption by a grandparent, step-parent adoption. In every adoption in Alabama, a child's consent will be required if that child is 14 years of age or older. And this is a big dignity that it shows to the children involved in the process. And a lot of other court proceedings, whether it's post-divorce custody, or dependency or juvenile law, the child's presence and testimony isn't always required and isn't always sought. But in an adoption, in Alabama, any kind of adoption, a child's consent will be required if that child is 14 years of age or older. And what would that look like for a child who's 14 years of age or older to consent to an adoption? It's not very scary. There's a form or a piece of paper, a document that we generate, which is a minor's consent to an adoption. The minor signs that document under oath in front of a notary, and that document is submitted to the court, and that puts the court on notice that this child does in fact want to be adopted. Now, in general, that child will also be expected to be at court on the final adoption day. Of course, that's a happy day that everyone wants to see the child there, and oftentimes the judge will want to hear some testimony from the child that's 14 years of age, so the judge can determine based on clear and convincing evidence that the child does in fact want to be adopted. If you have any questions about adoption, please reach out to us today.